What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Wingin It podcast episode. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I am making it. What's up, Trinell? How you doing, man? So, what you been playing, dog?
Steam and yeah, I've been playing Steam.
The crackhead sales, the spring crackhead sales.
No, the whole like, okay, so if I get this and this is off, or should I wait for this when this? So we were just playing numbers at that point. Like I'm at playing numbers. But outside of that, I would say the one gem I picked up, and it's the cheapest one I got. I've heard about it so many times, and when I saw it, I'm like, whatever. Played it and put it down. Vampire Survivors.
Oh, I heard about that. Everybody's talking about how good that is.
It's crazy how simplistic, because I'm on the same page as you. Hate roguelikes. Yeah. But Hades got a pass, and I'll give this one the pass too. Okay. Now, there's a lot of clones, like a lot of clones that do the same setup, but I don't know. This one just works. I beat, what was it? I beat my first level yesterday. Ironically enough, level 2 is easier than level 1. I don't know, but
okay, that's different. All right.
I completed level 2. And the way you complete it is you have to make it a full 30 minutes without being killed. And then after the 30 minutes is up, the Grim Reaper shows up and he take you out anyway. But that's
okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right. I mean, that's fair.
But I mean, went through it, powering up as much as I possibly can. And I mean, it's addictive for something that you don't press no buttons. You just move the left stick. Is addictive. I don't know why. It just is.
Okay. All right. Well, this week I've been playing Top K. I've been playing Hyrule Warriors. As you saw, if you watched the stream yesterday, I've been playing both Definitive and Age of Calamity. Kind of got back into it a little bit. Okay. So I've been playing those, and still playing Tekken 8. I don't think I'm gonna go online with it, but I do like playing it.
I haven't been online with it either yet.
I just like playing it because here's my thing about being online with fighting games. It's not as fun for me as it is couch co-op.
There you go.
Yep. It's just not as fun for me. I'd rather do couch co-op than online.
Yep.
That way I can give you the Mad Catz controller. I'm playing. But no. So and I was playing some Smash Brothers as well. So and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
Oh, so you was all over it.
Yeah, I was all over the place. This weekend actually.
I'm kind of trying to centralize, man, because I got so much stuff that I picked up from the sale too that I'm like, okay, when am I going to get into it? And Trinell, man, I just found out yesterday that game is not on PC.
It's not, yeah.
I did not know that, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna just pick this up on my RG Ally. It's like, nah.
No, yeah,
it's not.
No, yeah,
I was like, okay, well, I guess you don't switch. I guess it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find like one game to center on, and it's been that Vampire Survivor. But honestly, I need to play a lot more of my other games too, because I ran through Kakarot again, for the DLC purposes.
How is that? I refuse to play that game, but how is it?
So I got I don't even know if you call it the remaster version, but the new one they released for like the PC, PS5 crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
So I went through it again, enjoyed it the first time. I mean, the same time I enjoyed it the first time around, but the DLC, not a big fan of the Battle of Guys DLC. Not a big fan of the Resurrection of F DLC, but the Future Trunks and the Bardock one so far have been amazing. I didn't think with the Future Trunks one, I didn't know they were going to go past the androids in Cell. They went into the whole Boo saga
aspect
of it. Yeah. Because I know we heard about that after the fact, but we never really saw it. He was like, okay, well, what happened with Boo in your time? Like, oh, I stopped it. So
he did. Yeah.
You get an opportunity to, train with Supreme Kai and get your level up. So that was pretty dope. And then Bardock's combos are just ridiculous.
And the thing I love and hate about Dragon Ball Z games is they make Bardock the illest dude on the game, except for fighters. But like Budokai Tenkaichi and all the if they have Bardock on that DLC, Bardock is the truth.
But the thing is, we didn't see him long enough to even have a moveset. So for him to be as raw as he is on this game,
well, the funny thing about it is, even in the Bardock special, they said he just fought.
Yeah.
That's what they said. It's like, dude, like he just fought. Like it wasn't no fancy moves. It wasn't no, no. He just fought and would beat ass. That's pretty much what it was.
And that's why I wish I could use him, or I wish they would have made this transition with the entire game, similar to how you all talk about Xenoblade Chronicles, the expansion. What was it called?
Future Redeemed.
Future. So how it changed up the system, and you all were prepared for 3 when it was coming out. So the World Tournament changes the on ground combat. But it's only in that DLC. It's not in the rest of the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that DLC, the on ground, because at that time, Goku, Tenshinhan, like all of them, while Goku couldn't fly, he still jumped pretty high, but Goku couldn't fly at that time.
Yeah.
So you have to perfect the ground combat, which they killed it, but it's not in the rest of the game. So
gotcha.
It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, Andre, man, what you been playing?
Well, if you look at the name, what my other title is,
he is not Link.
No, he's not Link, but he's gathering a harem like Link.
Link ain't got no harem, man.
Yeah, right. That's what he tells Zelda.
Which Link are we talking about?
we either talking Twilight, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, Twilight,
potentially Hyrule Warriors.
No, Twilight, we can say that. Hyrule Warriors, yes, but that's not because of him. That's not because of him.
No, I know it's not because of him. It's still there. and we know Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Link, he just don't tell her that it's there. But
right,
I'm pretty sure she's aware.
Man, in Tears of the Kingdom, she pretty much told everybody Link her boyfriend.
and they still go for her. So I mean,
which I found funny because basically she told everybody, "Yeah, Link gonna save us." Like, wait a minute, Gandalf, like, what the fuck is Link? Gandalf don't know who that is. So Link shows up at the end of the game. Spoilers. Link shows up. Yeah, I've been waiting for you. I don't know you. Who are you? Link, like, who are face? Link, like, I don't know you. Yeah, dude. She would never shut up about you. Like, the hell?
Oh man!
I just found it to be funny in Tears of the Kingdom. That was just hilarious. But yeah.
And obviously, I've been playing Unicorn Overlord. I have my main character. In his secondary class, I have his team size maxed out. And now this man's team just runs roughshod over everything I run him at. Which is bad because it's not so bad because like even my lowest level team runs over everything because I have the team set up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they said your strategy got to be on point with this.
The thing I learned about playing this game is paying attention to how your attacks are set up or what the attacks focus on, because your characters can have multiple different attacks.
Right. And
they can have multiple levels of attacks. So you can have all of that, but you have to have it all figured out what type of attacks go for who. Like there are certain things that will do higher damage to characters that have armor on, or there are certain things that'll work against people that use magic that don't work on other characters. So you gotta pay attention to what you're doing.
Okay.
So I love it.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull the plug on that one.
Yeah.
because I already got 1,000-Year Door pre-ordered, so I need to go ahead and just purchase that before it show up.
I mean, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, dude. This coming week, everybody came for Gamers Next this week.
Yeah.
Princess Peach, Rise of the Ronin, Dragon's Dogma 2. There's another one. There's another big game coming out Thursday or Friday.
I'm trying to think, what is coming out Thursday or Friday?
It's like 4 or 5 games. I'm like, bruh.
There's a game coming out, but I know y'all not talking about the game I'm thinking of. So I know for a fact y'all not talking about the one I'm thinking of that I consider to be a big game.
All right, so yeah, it's Princess Peach on the 22nd. Rise of the Ronin, Dragon Dogma 2. Where is my other list at? And there's one on PC, and I can't find it to save my life. Okay, well, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 games coming out. They really are. We gotta on the same day.
Yeah,
the same day. So, pre-order Princess Peach. That's already downloaded. I'm just waiting for it to go live. But yeah, but I did want to ask y'all about this whole PS5 Pro rumor situation going on. One, I don't believe it's true because from a business standpoint, if Sony did that, they stupid. And that goes against what the president just said, that they was going to be cutting back on spending outrageously like that. Because they ain't sold enough to make any kind of profit from what I'm understanding.
All right.
So why are you going to drop a Pro right now? And you ain't even maxed out what you could do on this.
This could go so many different ways. So many different ways. And I think I'm just going to use somebody else's words at this point. The post that they put, one, the CPU is the same. Yeah. Problem number one right there. But then number two, we've gotten to the point to where people are excited to see all the teraflops, the gigaflops, the memory this, the memory that.
That they don't know what it means.
At all, because they have this mindset of I can just brute force anything. But my main thing is this. Even if Sony decides to be the stupid and drop a Pro, it's not changing the games I'm getting.
Yeah.
And I want to go on record. And this is my thought process alone. While Spider-Man is great, Horizon for what it is great. This new form of God of War where I don't prefer it is great. We could have had this on PS3, PS4.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what we are getting different. Even if you came to me and you said, hey, with this Pro, whatever we put in here, this will improve the AI of your CPU. So therefore, for you single player gamers, like you're not gonna have dumb CPU running around anymore. Or for us to have these open worlds, the CPU around here are gonna be a lot smarter. You know, for sports gamers, this stuff you don't have to out the gate day one go in here and just play with sliders and have forums that have literally like 10,000 setups of different sliders because they're trying to get the game to run properly because it didn't work properly out the gate. Like that's where I would get more excited. But in reality, it's gonna be the same games. You're gonna probably get the 60 that you were promised in the first place.
Maybe.
And that's a strong maybe. And I see people talking about 120. Don't even fix your face. Even look for no 120. Like just don't.
I just saw so many posts of people talking about, oh, as you can see from the specs. I'm like, they're telling you what you want to. If anybody, if because we're gonna get to this a little later in the podcast as well. If anybody's showing everything you want, that's how you know it's a lie.
Yep.
That's how you know it's a lie. That's how I know all these Switch 2 rumors be coming out. I'm like, this is a lie. Why did you say that? Because number one, it's everything that you want. Yeah. They're never gonna do that.
Yeah.
Everything that you specifically want is that okay.
Yep. Everything you asked for. As if they just sit back. You know what our fans want? They want this. So spare no expense. Give them what they want.
And then you wonder why Sony's sitting there saying, hey, look, we're going to have to, in Square Enix, like, look, y'all going to have to cut this stuff back.
Yeah.
Y'all have to cut it back because y'all not making a profit. Look, 15 and 16 did not make money. Rebirth is not making money.
No.
And they not to the point of what they spent. You dropping a movie budget in gaming is not going to yield the profit that a movie gets.
Yeah.
There are way more movie fans than there are gaming fans.
There you go.
So yes,
it's a more accepted medium.
Yeah, and yes, while Avengers is going to make $200 million in a weekend, a lot of games don't do that.
No, not even close.
Yes, Infinity War made what was it? $1.5 billion in 2 weeks.
Have we had a game reach a bill?
Because
I would assume the only thing that could get remotely close to that is the Fortnites and the Minecrafts.
Yeah, it probably would be Fortnite.
And that's not within 2 weeks though.
Oh no, definitely not in 2 weeks. No. But I'm just saying in general, have we even gotten to $1 billion with any game?
I don't think so.
Well,
so that goes to show you like the different realms we're in between movie and video games.
Like, I'll put it like this: there's 7 billion people on this planet. Switch is what 130 mil sold.
Yeah,
8 billion people, 130 mil sold. That ought to answer your question right there.
I'm about to say GTA 5, which I was surprised as into why that was selling. So, because I was curious, I'm like, why do people keep buying this game as if it's just something brand new? But it's cheaper for you to buy the game again because of the shark cards and stuff you get that come with it. So, like, if you get the shark card bundle by just buying the game again, then it comes out cheaper. And I'm like, really? You just gonna keep buying the damn game for the shark cards? I'm like, okay, sure.
People are gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, but where do you store these? Like, do you just uninstall, like not install them? What do you do? I'm confused. But hey, do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. Yeah. So I mean, look, man, I've never been into spec wars because look, I work in IT. I don't want to do that 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. So I just don't want to do that 24 hours a day. So I never get into spec wars because half the time the people that are posting the specs don't know what they mean.
Correct. But my question is this though. Okay. We all seen the scene long enough, like as far as the game is concerned. Is there a need for a pro right now?
No.
And if there's no need for a pro, then why are people so hyped about it coming out?
But they've been trained to think that
it's the next flashy thing.
It's the next flashy thing. I need this now because it's newer. The problem is they haven't, once again, and this started in the 7th gen. They promised 1080 60 was standard. It wasn't. The majority of games couldn't even hit it. Correct. PS4 and Xbox One come out. They promised 1080 60. More games are hitting 1080, maybe 60, depending. Mm-hmm. They still can't stabilize it. PS5, Xbox Series. Oh, we're going to forget that the new standard is 4K, 120 frames a second. But we're getting emails from Ubisoft and Square Enix saying, hey, look, man, if you want to play this game, you're going to need to, if you want to play in 4K, the only way we can stabilize is at 30 frames a second.
Yeah, I
don't tell nobody.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, they've lied to you for 3 straight generations. And you're still jumping on that bandwagon. It doesn't make sense. But that kind of goes into my next topic here. There's a quote from my favorite owner who never smiled, Yamamuchi, and it's from a 23-year-old interview.
Yeah, that's nuts.
23-year-old interview. And because he basically, now he said it and Iwata said it. Mm-hmm. So he said it back in, what was it, I think 2000. Iwata said it in 2005 or 6 at GDC.
Right.
And I'm trying to find the actual quote. Okay, so here it is. It's like what I see right now is lots of people who look towards the game business with all these dreams in their minds about how bright the future of the industry is. when you ask them why, they all say, "Oh, all these new systems are coming out that are even more powerful than the PlayStation 2. We'll be able to create things that'll attract even more people to play games." I've been consistently saying this is wrong, but most of them look at what I say and respond, "No, you're wrong." And as a result, this is what's happening today. There really are just an overwhelmingly huge number of people out there that know nothing about the business of games. The game business is a tough one, and it's not been around for that long either. So there are people out there that find this industry incredibly interesting. Venture capitalists, that's the main problem. In particular, that's why these people are pouring money into the field right now. So he goes on to say, the more amazing the graphics and sound you put into a game, the longer it takes to finish.
Yep.
Not just a year, but now more like a year and a half or 2 years. So then your development costs balloon. And when you finally put it out, you have zero guarantee of it selling. That's what the games industry is today. This was 2001.
That's crazy.
This was 2001.
That's crazy.
This what he said right here was 2001. Was he lying?
Well, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Like, here we are 23 years later, and it's like still a thing. Like, I mean, you really don't even have to debate whether he's right or wrong. Like, you really
he was proven right.
But if you listen to people talk, you would swear that they'd be like, he's crazy. The game industry is flourishing. Now with all these layouts happening, now with all Final Fantasy VII Rebirth ain't making money.
Yeah.
Here's the big problem. Just because a large number of people agree with something doesn't make that something right.
Yeah.
You can have a large number of people who agree to being in a cult and drinking the Kool-Aid. That don't mean they right.
Yeah, that's true.
But I will say this, though. One thing that I've seen is they're not against what he's saying, but a small populace feel like, oh, I'd rather take what we have now to get my AAA games than to go to I guess a space to where we're getting more AA or dumbed down, not even dumbed down, but less movie centric type games because they've been accustomed to it. You know, because when we look at every generation is somebody new's coming in, right? So if I was born at a time to where PS4 was a thing, and that's the only console I've touched, you're now telling me it costs way too much money for you to produce the games that I like. That sounds like a you problem. That's how most of them think. It's like, I don't want to give up these type of games. You need to figure out how to continue to supply me with this and fix whatever you got going on the back end. Because as consumers, most consumers are very selfish. So when it's like, okay, do what you got to do to get me what I need. I don't give a damn about all the other stuff. Like, I'll hype your sales up. I'll hype your game up. But you better find the ends to keep giving me what I want. Like, that's kind of how it is.
But now they're having to tell them, no, you're not getting it.
And they don't like it. And so tantrums are showing up.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me no.
but that goes to the hypocrisy of the whole situation because you'll have people saying, Digital Foundry, that if Nintendo will put their games on PC, they'll sell better. No, they won't.
That's not how that works. No.
That's not how that works, bro. And they're not gonna do it because Nintendo just makes video games, bro. That's what they do. That's their business. They're not a conglomerate a former conglomerate like Sony was, and they're not Microsoft. Correct. Nintendo understands this. Sony did not.
No.
Correct.
So they're like, no, dude, we make games. Yes, we have an amusement park now. 2. We're trying to make another one. So
I got another movie about to drop.
Yeah. Our first movie did pretty good, but we don't know about the Zelda movie, and just judging by what Madam Web did, we might have made the wrong decision. But
right,
but we do got Super Mario Bros. 2 coming. We got Super Mario Bros. 2 coming. So hey, look out!
We balancing it out.
Yeah. So,
but here's the thing, though, and then also too, I mean, and I know a lot of people come with this argument as well, like, oh, all the other developers are saying that exclusivity is stupid. Of course, because they're not making any money.
They're not making
money. That's the whole
point. Off of it. That's why.
That's why I loved what Sean Layton said, but when I went back and thought about it, I'm like, dude, you're part of the problem because just like Reggie. You were in control. You could have done something to stop it, and you didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
So don't, now that you're retired, come out and be like, oh yes, games need to be everywhere if they're third party because that's how you make money. No shit, Sherlock.
Right.
Like, why are you saying that now?
Yeah, third party exclusivity never made sense. The only time I would say it would really make sense is at the time we were in to where the game was catered to the device. So while you may have had SpongeBob SquarePants, the one on Game Boy Advance was nothing like the one on any other console. It's just, but they had the same title, they just played differently, and I understand that. Like have it exclusive in the sense of what it does, because the system may not be as powerful or it may not be what people want, but we don't do it anymore. It's more of a, how can I get this dumbed down enough so that way I don't have to do any more work and make sure that I can port it across all consoles as I see fit.
Yeah,
I mean, the obvious answer right now is start off with the Switch and port everywhere else, but they don't do that.
Well, we know we're not doing that.
Lost Crown makes sense, don't it?
It sure does. 100%. 100%.
Because what did Ubisoft do? They made the Switch the lead development thing, and guess what happened? Okay, all this stuff worked. Now we can go to PS5 and Xbox Series. Oh, so that's all we got to do to get it up to 120. That's all we got to do to get it up to 4K and make it work. That's
it. But like we've said time and time again, these other two companies have shot themselves in the foot. Like they can reboot, but I think Sony's the only one that's willing to do it, because Microsoft don't really have to. Like they can just spend money as much as they want.
Yeah,
Microsoft never cared.
Yeah,
no,
their whole thing has been, because Microsoft has been. I'll say this: Microsoft, when they came out, their whole goal was to be the centerpiece of your living room.
Yeah,
that's what they wanted. They wanted to be an entertainment. That's why their consoles have been the way they are.
Yeah.
Game Pass just gave them a way to sustain themselves. Well, the game division anyway, because I'm telling you, Satya was looking at him like, let me get one more quarter. Let me see red one more quarter. Let me see red one more quarter. Let me see red one more. I swear. In the words of the late great Bernie Mac. In the words of the late great Bernie Mac, I swear alone. So I'm like, bro, that's what he was saying. Game Pass, that's what it did. Because I told you back when I was using Game Pass, I'm like, dude, I love it. It's my rental service.
Yeah.
It's my rental service. I get to try stuff out. Yes, there were some games that I bought that I went on and bought on Xbox, but there were some games I wouldn't have bought it on my PlayStation. I wouldn't have bought it on the Switch, but I tried it out first. So I use it as a rental service. To be honest.
I mean, and then also too, I mean, being a parent, it is a great product when you don't want to buy your kids 1,000 damn games. Like just let them get on Game Pass, let them sample all that is there. They got a whole smorgasbord of games there. Let them see what they like. And then at that point in time, if it's something that you can see that may be leaving the service, they always give you a discount because it was on Game Pass, and then you just buy it then. It's that simple.
Yeah. So it's not a bad service, despite what everybody wants to say. It's not a bad service. I just don't have, because I got new responsibilities at work. I just don't have no time.
Right.
I just don't have time. So I had to let it go. I still think it's a great service.
I mean, it's at this point, I mean, what was it? For example, Tales of Arise. I've been eyeballing that game. It went on sale to like 19, but then the same day it went on sale, it went on Game Pass. I was like, let me try it out.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been playing it. And then I went and got it for the $20.
Yeah.
It was that simple of a fix, because not everything has a demo anymore, at least on console side. Because PC side, there's games I looked at, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, there's a demo? Like, let me try this out then. Like, which I think that's the one thing that Ouya had right, was like, you have to have a demo for everything if it's going to be on this device.
Yeah, I mean, that's only fair though.
It is. I mean, let people try out your game, especially, you know, if you're not even going to release the whole damn game day one anyway. Let me try it out.
So, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. So, let us know what you guys think about about the quote. And like I said, the 2005 or 6 GDC, because I always get the year wrong. When Iwata pretty much told everybody, look, man, this model can't be sustained. We're not going to be able to sustain this. And that's why Nintendo's like, okay, we're gonna sit over here and do our thing. Nintendo needs to go third party. Why?
Let them burn themselves out.
Why? Like, why do they need to go third party? Well, I don't feel like Jason Rubin. I don't feel like I need to buy my kids a Wii U when they should just be for everybody. first of all, you a CEO and you can't afford a Wii U, man, sit down somewhere. Third of all, you know, like, bro, you are horrible as CEO, at being a CEO.
I mean, can we do that same thing with media platforms on social media and YouTube? Hey, I don't feel like I want to subscribe to your channel. Just put your shit over there on somebody else's.
Yeah,
I don't feel like watching.
Yeah, like what that doesn't make. Yeah, so like when you say, and that's why I have little to no respect for Jeff Keighley, because as somebody who supposedly loves the gaming industry, you damn sure take sides and usually be the wrong side. You don't shut stuff down when they say stupid stuff like that. You be like, oh yeah, you're right. No, he's not right, dude. No, he's not. He's not.
It's very stupid. Very, very stupid. Because when you open that can of worms, understand it's gonna touch everywhere.
Yeah.
It's going to touch everywhere. Because I remember before we actually got into like heavy streaming, Disney, before they released Disney Plus, they were gonna release a Disney box.
Yeah.
Like you have to buy this device to watch Disney Plus. They got smart and realized, you know what, we'll fare better if we put it everywhere.
Yeah, because they saw what Roku did. You saw what Roku like.
Roku was killing it.
Roku like, look, Google to release this thing called Chromecast. If we don't get it, we don't start putting our stuff in the TV too, we're gonna get left behind.
We're done.
So
and then they went and signed them deals. I think because they got to deal with Hisense, and I think
it's another one.
They have a Hisense. They have it with On.
Yeah.
And I think that there was one more. There was one more they have to deal with.
Yeah, Toshiba.
Yeah,
Toshiba has.
There's 3 different brands that they got deals with.
Because
you
Google
get the smart
has,
TV.
I think Google has Samsung, LG, Vizio. I think that's 3 Google has.
No, Dark Void's right. It's also TCL.
TCL, yeah.
That's why I be telling people, because like when we had to buy my mom's new TV, I'm like, look at the box.
Yep, there you go.
We have all our stuff. I got all my mom's stuff set up to go through Google, so it just makes stuff easier for everybody that when we have to fix something. When she called one of us to fix something, it's just easier. So
there you go. Because I mean, that was the same thing at Best Buy. Like having those older people come in, they were like, "So what does this mean that it's an Android TV? Like, will it still work with my phone?" Like, yeah, it still work with your phone. It has nothing to do with your phone. As it just made life easier because they now have like this overview UI of you to be able to do what you got to do. But I mean, from all the ones that I've seen, I love the Google TV input. Samsung, I like theirs somewhat. Is just Google has everything tied into everything, so it just works. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to content from a third-party standpoint, understood. But if I have exclusive, it doesn't make any sense for Nintendo to do it. Like Trinell said, if I'm not losing money, why would I want to go to PC? And then just for them to turn around and mod my stuff and make it look as worse. No, that's crazy. And all you're saying is I need to go over here because I need my game to look at 4K 60. You're not getting it on your PS5 game. So why are you asking me to do it?
And on top of that, we all remember Bowsette.
It would only get worse. Yeah. It would only get worse.
Because I already know what's going to happen with Legend of Zelda. There's going to be a new mode.
Yeah.
For a new mod, for especially for Gerudo Town.
Yeah. Because everybody wants to think about the good mods. Like, for example, with, what was it? Bomb Cyberpunk, the one that's kind of like, they put Sonic in it. Cool. That is great. Yeah. But let's not act like all mods are innocent.
Yeah,
let's
y'all done seen Street Fighter. Y'all done seen the Street Fighter mods.
Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, Tekken, and Virtual Fighter all have nude mods.
All of them.
Or the dental floss. Y'all remember that one?
Oh yeah. He'll stop bringing up bells.
Look, man, it's the truth. Look, man, it's the truth. It's the truth.
It's the truth. The truth shall set you free. Or hurt your feelings.
Thanks, Dark Boy. It's not LG. It's Vizio, Samsung, and I forgot the other one. So
yeah, because I have an LG. I should have known better than that. But yeah.
Look, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom on PC. You definitely gonna run around to a very nude Gerudo village.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dark Boy. Yeah, Mortal Kombat got those crazy mods now too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Or playing ARMS having a nude mode.
Oh my goodness, ARMS!
Can you imagine? Twin Tail would be
specifically for Twin Tail.
That mod would be ridiculously downloaded. Like they'll be in the hundreds of millions by day one.
Day one. Right. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't blame them because they have to protect their IP, and people don't understand that. Like, bruh, you get mad at them, but if you've ever created something that's yours,
there you go.
And people just started taking it because they're a fan and making money off of it. It's about to get worse with AI.
That's another thing that people don't think about. If everyone can take your product and make money off of it without having to pay you, then there is no point in you being able to make that product.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
And JB's, come on, man. On the
internet. You go get the link heavy breathing meme.
Yeah.
But then now it just brings up another thing. Hyrule Warriors. Warriors mods would be awful.
See ya.
Be ridiculous.
See ya,
Impa, Zelda.
Bruh. And Impa, I just realized only thing Impa has on is like the skirt part. Like that's her skin. That's not I just realized that like back in like 20 when did the Hyrule Warriors first come out? 2015 was when it first came out.
Was that?
That's when I realized that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Minna doesn't have like that's her skin.
Yeah,
there's nothing up top. She just has a skirt on. Mm-hmm. Like when you see her true form, that's why her true form ain't on there for but only like what 7 minutes, I think, at the end of the game. So and the Great Fairy, the Hyrule Warriors version of Great Fairy, because that is Koei Tecmo. Koei Tecmo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Koei Tecmo, when they artists are excellent. So you know people gonna be modding that. So yeah, bro. They have to protect themselves.
They have to.
Yeah. So that's probably one of the first reasons why it's not going to PC, because especially the family friendly stuff like Mario, and because like I said, that whole situation with that. Boy, Metroid.
Because imagine, right? Like some parents don't know no better. So imagine my child watching YouTube and that mod comes up. Hold on, this is what Nintendo's doing now?
Yeah.
Like that's instant shutdown. Instant shutdown. Dark Void, yes, like I said, that's on the side of good modding. But then we have the bad modding that comes along with it. But also too, when you look at games like a Mortal Kombat, a Grand Theft Auto, like they don't really care about the type of press that comes behind them because they've been targeted for years anyway.
Yeah. And on top of that, like they have their fan base. Their fan base gonna do it regardless, so there ain't no point. There's no fight.
Yeah, like they don't have a squeaky clean record like a Nintendo. Like Nintendo has to uphold the everything title, or everyone title, excuse me, where like a Mortal Kombat mature rated. Like they can get away with that. Everybody's expecting Mortal Kombat to just be for older kids and adults, but Nintendo has to uphold for everyone.
Yeah.
So
now, don't get me wrong, Nintendo do be doing some little shady stuff in the game.
I know, yeah.
But it's not like we've all said. Like Kirby is like one of those most cutest, adorable little games ever. But you get back once you get halfway through that game, it turns into some straight up body horror.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah,
like,
can you imagine like a mod of Kirby, right? Imagine the fact that he can suck up anything.
Oh God,
where the mods are going with that.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
but hold on, I gotta respond to that Dark Void. Somebody said Metroid would be better than Returnal if it was on PS5. It's already better than Returnal. What are you talking about?
It's already better than Returnal.
Like, are people on drugs? Returnal is what it was because of Metroid.
Ain't Returnal a roguelike?
Yes, it is.
Yes, in Returnal,
it's not going to be better than Metroid. Well, David Jaffe
no way,
because Dave Jaffe don't like getting stuck in rooms.
It's already better than Returnal. Like,
no, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
Even then, it's like Bullet Hell, Metroidvania. We got roguelike. We got single player. Like I'm not. Well, not single player, but I got like an actual complete game from A to B. Like, I'm not with comparison
with an actual interesting story.
Yeah, I don't get that comparison. I don't understand that one. But
I was like people say the dumbest things. I swear.
Yeah,
that's why it was a TV show.
Yeah,
the kids say the darndest things, and people and dumbest and criminals.
Okay, so for my next one, we're gonna hit on the music side a little bit. One of my favorite musical production guys, Bo Matsu. For this one,
that hurts the people.
but I don't think he was lying.
He
Oh
wasn't
no, he
lying.
wasn't.
Yeah. So he said he thinks modern movie like game music is uninteresting. And at first I was like, why would he say that? But then I started thinking about it in some of the games that I actually play, and I'm like, bruh, he kind
Everything
of has
starts to sound the same.
Yeah, the stuff starts to sound the same. Now, y'all know I hate this game, but I do love the soundtrack. That's Final Fantasy 15. Yoko Shimomura was in her bag.
Yeah,
for that. But the music was never the problem. It was the gameplay. It was the game design for me because they go from open world ish to straight up linear out of nowhere.
Right.
And that
you can free roam until you get here.
Yeah. If you ain't you can't go back. So, but I'm kind of understanding where he comes from a little bit. Now he's been working on stuff since 16-bit era.
Yeah,
I want to say so. He's been at it for
probably a little bit sooner than that. He just ain't become official until now.
Official, okay. Now, so I was reading the article, and the thing that he that I agree with him is right here where it says from Final Fantasy X on PS2 onwards says game music entered a period where we could pretty much do everything. And that it has become easier for me to express different genres of music like rock and jazz within game music. And that's where I'm like, okay, yeah, I see that. But I also agree with it got to a point, like everything does, where it got less interesting. And I'm willing to bet 8th gen.
Yeah.
Because at that point, everybody's game got to be a movie.
All this stuff go hand in hand. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, this, and once again, because it goes back to what Sean Layden and what Sony president said, like these costs are getting out of hand. Like, yeah,
because I can imagine, much in the same vein as you always mention, going to get actors for these movies.
Yeah,
if you go and get like actual artists, now that may not be as much because artists don't really get paid like that from a musical standpoint, but even then, like buying rights to a song to put onto the game or even leasing it out, it's annoying. So I mean, the fact that you can go in, make a game, and then make music specific to that game is always amazing. Like I love SteamWorld Dig 2's music. That the entrance into the city, like the fact that I'm in a room and everybody in the living room is like, "Yo, what you listening to?" I'm like, "I'm playing a game." Like the music just go hard, but at this point, everybody's doing a soundtrack now. I don't get it.
We can see how it messes with your game. Look at the 2K series when Spike Lee came. They had Jay-Z didn't Jay-Z have a song on there?
Jay-Z was a producer of one of them.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there like, Jay-Z ain't cheap.
No, not even close. Timbaland was doing one, and that's the thing though. It's like there's no point. And to 2K's credit, some of us, I wait until it go on sale, but some of us is dumb enough to keep purchasing it. And the same thing on Madden side. If I can just give you the bare minimum soundtrack wise, throw a couple of tracks on there that I know you're gonna vibe with, what's the point?
Now, back in the day, I would probably say around the late 90s, early 2000s, when Madden always had they just had a single for the whole game. They just had one artist come through and do a single, like when they had Luda, when they had it was a rock band they had do one. They had Pharaoh Monk do one. They had somebody else do one. Like that was just a single. That's different because you're just buying that one song. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm talking 2K when it did a whole soundtrack,
and they still do it to this day.
Yeah,
but even then too, even if they decide to do that, the one thing I miss from the basketball standpoint, they used to have those songs edited specific to the game. Like you would even hear them call out the name of the game in the song. So they made the lyrics centered around the game, like for a basketball game. So where when you go and listen to the original song, you're like, wait a minute, that ain't what the hell he said. Like,
no, that ain't. So it's past. You are absolutely correct. No more heroes.
Yeah,
love that. but that's coming from their actual. They don't have to pay extra for that. Trinell, this is the other part of that, because when you start doing that, those tracks add to your space of your game. I think the last time we had a ridiculously big soundtrack was Smash Brothers 4, and that was only what? How did they compress? They got it right to a gig, but it's like over like what was it? Was it 800 songs they had on there? But they got it to a gig.
Oof.
Nintendo compressed it to a gig, basically,
and it still sounds good.
Yeah, which that's when, because I think Andre, that's when me and you were like, "How did you do that? How did you do that?"
I have a theory as to how it works.
Yeah.
So, for storage on the game, on the medium, it stays compressed, but when it's playing the song, it decompresses it.
Decompress it.
Oh, that's dope.
That's how you get the good sound quality, but you don't lose space.
Yeah. Okay, because that I remember that because it was weird because Sakurai made a point about it. And I'm like, y'all got that many songs? This only gig, man. You lying?
But they wasn't.
But it wasn't. It was literally a gig, and that's what it was. It was like that for both 3DS and Wii U. So I was like, wow.
Yeah. Like, yep. This past you correct. Yeah. Indies used to. That's where they would get their shine. Like you would learn about artists from video games. Yeah. Used to.
That's pretty much how it went. So
I mean imagine if we went backwards a little bit and did put more emphasis on underground artists. You'd have more people popping up like Linkin Park did with Dragon Ball Z.
There you go.
Remember, because we said this about Andre, me and you said this about the Game Awards. Like, stop trying to get Blink 182 and go get some of these nerdcore artists. Like, you can get Divide.
There's so many of them.
Yeah,
so many.
You can get Divide, Daddy Fat Snaps, Rustage, like Game Boy Jones. Like, there are a lot of.
And you would have a great show. You'd have stuff that people would be interested in because they would be able to do songs tailored to the event, as well as people who are familiar with them who will watch it and listen just because they're there.
Yeah. And that's what I'm sitting up here. I'm like, y'all could have got Screwface Jean. Y'all could have got so many people. And one, you don't have to pay that rate. So it's not going to be a ridiculous rate. Because, like, look, if you're trying to get Jay-Z, and look, I love Outkast, but I know they're going to be expensive.
There you go.
Yeah, and as much as I love Andre 3000, you don't need to pay his rate.
Oh yeah, for him to play the flute. Yeah, you know.
I mean, look, that's going to be one of the most lit flute plays ever. But still,
it's not one of those situations where you're like, because you don't have the money to do that.
There you go.
That's the thing. You don't have the money to do that. So that's the issue.
And it's another thing. It would be so much cheaper for licensing for songs to be played during the event too.
Yeah,
because then you could go to those artists and you could temporarily license out their songs and just pay them a little bit more versus paying the major studios for their major artists.
Because they gonna get their cut.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, believe Sony Music gonna get their cut.
That's why we won't get a lot of games back from the 6th gen. That was a problem. So I think we just continued.
You ain't getting Def Jam.
We just continued because even Joe Budden was talking about that too. Because Ice-T mentioned it. And he was like, just people know their worth now before what they did back then with Def Jam. Like they didn't get paid crazy like that back then. Nope. But now they know better. So ain't no way in the world you're gonna get them to agree to just one simple budget. No. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be ridiculous. So
yep.
I mean, that's why I would go, especially since like nerdcore is actually hitting. Like, bro, some of them dudes, like if you listen to some of their stuff, like I love Divide. Like I love his stuff. Rustage, he be on it every week. Them and Nerd Out, them raps them, like, bro.
And they do
their video games. So
those ciphers they be doing be long, but be immaculate.
The Smash Brothers cipher that they did with 90 rappers on it, with Omega Sparks them and Mega Ran and all them. It was 90 of them.
Yeah, 90.
It was 90 of them. Every character had a verse.
Look, okay. Hopefully we split this up into sections of the video. Okay, I'm about to say
it was what was it? Because two of them No, because one of them came and did a verse for Waluigi. But they did a verse for every
That's
character.
messed up.
Yeah. So the last verse
Waluigi
was actually Waluigi.
Waluigi looking in
Matter
from
of
the
fact,
outside.
yeah. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Because I know
my
people
man. I was still messed by that Devil Artemis video where
Devil Artemis, he wrong for that.
And the piranha plant, and he accidentally did the piranha plant backwards, so it looked like he was laughing like a Boa Hancock.
Yeah. So Jack, it's 14 minutes 59 seconds, and it's the one from Nerd Out. That's the big one. Rustage did one, but it's not as big. He just did like talking about the game. The Nerd Out one, they had a rapper do a verse to be each character.
I feel like I've seen this, or at least a clip.
It's
of
15 minutes.
But I mean, that's a proper title. If your channel is gonna be called Nerd Out, or the person gonna be called Nerd Out, you might as well have everybody.
It's a group of them.
Yeah, you might as well.
So I'm like, bro, and they got pretty much all of them, all the main people that do like the indie stuff on there. So yeah. Now, okay, I'm gonna get my thoughts on this, and I hope y'all can forgive me.
Nope.
Hope that y'all can understand that this is just my opinion.
Nope.
Nope, you're not allowed that.
Is your opinion the same as everybody else's? Then no, it don't count, sir.
No, it's not the same as everybody else because I actually have balls. Ludwig Göransson won the Oscar for, I think, best soundtrack for Doom.
Okay.
And at the Oscars he made during his speech, he thanked his parents for I'm paraphrasing here. He thanked his parents for putting instruments in front of him instead of video games. And that irked me. Because number one, I am a fan of Ludwig Göransson's work. He's worked on Black Panther 1 and 2. He's worked on the Creed movies. He's been doing a lot of cool stuff the last 10 years. And I'm like, dude, because Ryan Coogler uses him for his soundtracks when he does a movie. He usually goes to him. And he seems like a really cool person. Because Disney Plus put up a special documentary just talking about the music for Black Panther. And he was all over that. And he seems like a really cool person. He really do. But my problem is you don't have to tear something down to build something else up. Right. And if he wanted to say, hey, I'm just thankful for my parents allowing me to and putting music, helping me to find my passion in music, that's fine. But when you take a shot at video games, I'm sitting up here looking at him and I'm like, okay, so Grant Kirkhope ain't good. So Yoko Shimomura ain't good. So Umatsu ain't good. Koji Kondo.
I think his biggest problem was that he added and not video games. If he would have just said, I'm thankful for my parents putting instruments in front of me and left it at that.
Yeah,
that's it.
Perfectly fine statement.
I wouldn't have had a problem, but the problem is because gaming is niche. Has it gotten more popular? Yes, it has gotten more popular. But like I said earlier, it's 7 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
Nintendo only sold like 130 million plus Switches.
So that means it ain't nowhere near where it should be. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you could do to rationalize what he said is basically say, well, he may have been mad at his parents for not letting him have the video games he wanted. But at the same time, you really still don't need to take a shot at somebody else's things that they like, because you got nominated and won for doing music for another form of entertainment.
There you go.
So you're not really any better than anybody else. You're in the same boat.
You're in the same boat. So I mean, and that's what, like I said, that irked me. Now, if you feel like it's not that big a deal, hey, cool. You do you. But for me, I don't like that, because it's just like anytime something happens, some senator, some parents' rights group, the first thing they say, what what kind of video games were they playing? What kind of music were they listening to? What kind of this? What kind of the first thing come out their mouth?
What kind of movies did they watch?
First thing that come out their mouth is usually video games.
Gaming.
That's the first thing come out their mouth. And I'm like, bruh, forget the fact that the parents bought the kid an AR-15 for his 18th birthday. We're gonna forget that part. It was video games.
Boy, I tell you.
So
yeah, that's how I go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I did not like that.
Human history is riddled with video games. Remember, Genghis Khan was playing Grand Theft Auto before he went on his rank.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Before he said that line that if you God would have sent me if you hadn't committed great sins. Yes, that's right, Genghis Khan. Sun Tzu wrote The Art of War after playing Dynasty Warriors. Yes.
Yeah, he played as himself.
Yes.
And that's the crazy part, because we were talking about this before the show came on, and it's usually like an order. So you have gaming tends to get hit first, then the music, preferably rap music, and then they'll go to the movies, maybe. But it's just because movies are just more accepted, so is music, and so they attack the games first, because there's still people to this day that just don't understand why adults play video games. Like I've had, like before, my ex-wife, like her mother, I went and bought like a PS4 at the time. Bought a PS4. She's like, "Oh, I thought that was for your son." I'm like, "No, this is for me." She's like, "Oh, okay. I didn't expect you to play that." I'm like, "Why not?" Like, I'm confused. But
I don't think some people don't understand what hobbies are. I really do believe that. Like, because when you start saying like it's a hobby, it's how I de-stress.
But that's the thing. If you really stop and think about it, most people don't have hobbies.
Yeah,
like their hobbies may consist of social media. That's their hobby.
But that's also their life.
There you go. There you go. A hobby and a lifestyle. There you go. So I mean, if you really stop and think about it, most people don't. And it kind of baffles you a little bit, but it's kind of like, okay, well, in reality, most people are not athletic, so they can't go the sport route, which is always in your face. Yeah. Most people are not, musically inclined, so can't go that route. So a lot of people are just talentless. And so therefore they feel like they don't have a hobby they can do other than maybe reading a book.
Yeah.
But
which is one of my favorite hobbies too. So
yeah.
I mean, but it's just one of those situations where I think, it irked me. And like once, let me clarify this right now. I'm not pissed that he said it. It irked me because as somebody who loves video games, I'm tired of always being the bad guy.
There you go.
I'm just sick and tired of being the bad guy because you don't like a hobby, because you don't have a hobby, I'm the bad guy. I'm like, no, I'm like, we have different stuff for different things. Yes, there are mature rated games. If you allow your child to play Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, but you don't like the swimsuits they have, but you
that's
go,
your fault.
But every time you go in the mall, you walk right past Victoria's Secret. They got the same doggone but you don't get mad at them seeing that.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's what the MSRP is for. Yeah. It's for you as the adult. And then when you go pick it up, and I've seen it 10 times over, the person at the counter will ask you, "Hey, ma'am, sir, your child is of this age. This is for adults. Are you okay with them buying this and playing this because it has this, and this?" And if you say okay, don't come back to me complaining. Yeah, because I told you.
Because that's what happened with. I'll never forget. I was in GameStop when the original Bayonetta dropped.
Right. And
the lady came back, was mad, and dude was like, "We told you, on multiple occasions what this game was. We told you how it played. We told you what was in it." Because she was mad that the angels looked like demons, and she was ultra Christian. And then, because once again, Bayonetta, her poses are suggestive.
Of course.
So, your child 13 ain't got no business playing it. But if you the parent, then you saw the M on there, and they told you it's on you when you bought it anyway.
Right.
It's like the lady that got mad. I was in Deadpool when it dropped, and like the funny thing about Deadpool is right outside. There's a big R on the double standing. You know what I'm saying?
But people will look right past it because, like I said, these Marvel Avenger movies have got them. It's Marvel.
That's how you know. That was how you do a lot. people didn't read any comics or didn't do any research.
Because it's about to happen again.
He's a superhero too.
Yeah,
it's going to happen again. Because I went to we went to the movies yesterday.
It's going to happen in July.
And the big poster has the broken heart of Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be nice. But why is it? I'm telling you, it's going to throw people off.
Because, dude, she didn't make it 5 minutes. Because, you know, the beginning of Deadpool, is the double, so it's the freeway. And you know, she didn't make it 5 minutes.
I might go watch that again today.
He did not make 5 minutes before complaining. And I'm sitting there like, it's a big R right on the standee. As soon as the way our theater was, they had the poster right outside the theater house, and then they had the big Deadpool standee with him doing this.
Even if you didn't see the rating, him in that pose should have told you something was wrong.
Yeah.
Or if you're into movies, there's another set of 2 R's that will tell you anything. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
That should tell you everything at that point.
But that lady didn't make it 5 minutes. There was a couple that was there. The lady got mad when the sex montage happened. The lady got mad at her husband and got up and left. And I'm like, we was in there laughing. Everybody was in there laughing, and she got up and left because she thought it was inappropriate. I'm like, did you take that serious?
Movie.
Like, did you take that serious? The sex montage was stupid.
It was very dumb.
It was very dumb.
Very dumb.
Like, you took that serious? I'm like, bruh.
Like, first of all, it's a rated R movie. That type of thing can happen in rated R movies. 2, it's Deadpool.
Yeah. And that whole sequence was stupid. I was laughing, especially when it got to the part about Lent. They both sitting reading books. I'm like, wait, what? They got the Lent. I'm like, hold on. They done went from New Year's to Halloween, the New Year's to International Women's Day to Halloween, to Lent to Halloween to Thanksgiving. I'm like, bro, this is hilarious. That lady got up and I can't believe you drugged me to this, and walked out. I'm like, everybody looked at her and started laughing harder. So
she might have helped the movie.
I'm like, bro.
Hey, go watch Deadpool. It'll make the Puritans run out.
Yes, it would. So, but yeah, it's little stuff like that. Like, yeah. So just remember, you don't have to tear something down to build something else up. That's all I want to say about that. Yeah. And I know people don't have their thinking about that whole situation. Once again, I don't hate the dude. It's just I don't know why he felt like he had to do that.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
That was unnecessary. I'm like, it really was. And like I said, I'm still a fan of his. I'm still gonna get the soundtracks because they dope.
Yeah,
they find dude know his stuff, but I'm sitting there like.
But what you're saying right now is not going to get paid attention to. So
yeah, I'm just thinking though. He may have also potentially cut himself off from another form of income by taking a shot at the gaming industry, because now it's going to be people that look at him potentially would have been looking at working with him and be like, nah, I'm good.
Black Panther has a video game that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah. Hey.
And that would have been more money for him if he didn't open his mouth that way.
Because I'm sitting there thinking like they probably would have tapped him because I'm pretty sure Disney gonna foot the bill. So
for
sure. Probably there could have been a good shot for them tapping him because he made the theme for Black Panther. He's made the theme. Black Panther has a theme, so and it's his. So that could have been. But hey,
writing a check bigger than your ass can't cash, boy. I tell you, that's how it worked.
So, last thing tonight on the list. Y'all see these fake Nintendo Direct spoiler memos going around?
Man, I'm trying my best not to even look at
them. I haven't really seen them.
I was laughing. Let me see if I can pull this up. I was laughing at some of this stuff
because one was hefty. I was like, "Why is this? Why is there so much up here?"
Yeah.
See, now this will make me want to do one.
Well, the funny thing about it is,
I'm pretty sure somebody got a template out there somewhere.
Because I'm seeing if here it is. Let's see if I can. Okay, so let me share this out. So this is the one I seen.
Somebody throw something?
I don't like it.
My kids. Give me 1 second.
I thought somebody got put to sleep. Yeah.
It did something cartoon bonk.
Yeah, somebody got knocked out. So here's
Hyrule Warriors, the imprisoning war.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So this is supposed to be April 18th. It's supposed to be April 18th. Now this is supposed to be the Nintendo Direct for April 18th. The segment is going to start off with Hyrule Warriors, the imprisoning war, coming out November 21st. They got dates, bro.
Isn't the imprisoning war in Tears of the Kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
We need a Hyrule Warrior version of it, I guess.
So we need a what if version of that.
Yeah, because that's what Age of Calamity is what if. So now the headlines they go on to say is Wind Waker HD, Monster Hunter Stories, Endless Ocean, which Monster Hunter Stories already been confirmed because Capcom already put the
that was already talked about.
Yeah, Endless Ocean Luminous already been
talked about.
Rebrush already talked about. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door already talked about. Then the segment is Fire Emblem Echoes, Scars of Drow.
What?
I don't. Okay. Headlines.
Hold on. Isn't that the Satellaview version of Fire Emblem?
I don't even know.
Which they already repurposed in another game.
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah. So other headlines: Animal Crossing New Leaf HD, Fantasy Life 1, The Girl Who Steals Time. We already know about this. Deca Police. Haven't heard anything.
Which is that kind of
a bunch of stuff that was already announced or somebody's wish list and made something else.
Yeah. I'm surprised Deca Police has gone as cold as it has.
Yeah. Which makes me think there's going to be something later on with that.
Probably.
Little Kitty, Big City, don't even know what that is. Biomutant, it's already been talked about.
Yeah.
Super Mario Party 2 with a release date. Mario Galaxy 1, Mario Galaxy 2 with a release date in September.
That'd be kind of pointless.
Scale Wave Unbound, don't know what that is. Call of Duty Black Ops. Scale Wave Unbound.
This one's like, what is Scale Wave?
I don't even know what that is. Call of Duty Black Ops Collection, I don't believe that. Braid Anniversary Edition, already talked about. Luigi's Mansion 2, already talked about. Metroid Samus Returns HD, early 2025. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, available after presentation. Metroid
they would
Prime
not
4
do both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
They would not do both at the same time.
I don't see that because they would have did all three. Metroid Prime 4 Extinction, October 10th, 2024. People, I've said this once, I've said it again. If this is too good to be true, it ain't true.
But even then, this isn't a too good to be true. This is, we already know.
Half of it is we
already know.
This part though
is wish listing.
Yeah, this part though, no, it don't make sense.
I gotta find that template and make one myself and just throw it out there.
You got to. I mean, I'm pretty sure the template is that. Go on Canva. I'm pretty sure somebody.
I'm about to find it. I'm about to find it.
Yeah,
I'm sitting up here. I'm like, what the who? Why? And people are like, oh, this is really gonna happen. I'm like,
there's a whole. There's a whole little fucking. There's a whole thing for generating one.
I told you, somebody got it out there.
I'm gonna spend some time and just think of some stuff and put.
Now you have to make it look like it leaked. So you got to put some watermarks. Yeah, put some stuff.
No, the one I found automatically does all that. So
okay.
All I gotta do is just type stuff in.
Oh, you set then. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at this and I'm like. Just like what Hip Hop Grifter was saying all that stuff about them coming to PC, I'm like, bruh, you're just saying stuff that people want to hear.
Oh man,
you're just saying stuff that people want to hear. Like somebody actually put together a direct list of stuff that they want to see and just added some other stuff.
I'm telling you, I might even jump in that pool just for the ignorance.
No, see, Trinell, you got that wrong. Game of Thrones is live action Fire Emblem. True. You got it backwards.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem was first.
Complete with dragons that do stuff that I can't talk about on this show.
Fire Emblem was first. And you get to ride the dragons.
There you go.
That's one way of putting it. So I still wish that there's one thing though I will say about Fire Emblem. When I was in college, we had this store that got movies and OVAs from Japan, and there was one for Fire Emblem. I didn't know what Fire Emblem was at the time, but those 3 episodes are off the chain where they showed what happened with Marth. Bruh, I kind of wish. That's why I hate Nintendo doesn't do this. Like dude, y'all would have made so much money off anime.
Hold on, but look, they got a studio now, so they working their way there. They getting there slowly.
I mean, because like I said, like that OVA I saw, like them 3 episodes, could you see the what happens to like Mars, because they call him Mars, but
because that's what his name is in Japan.
Yeah, when you see what happened to him and his family, like why he has a tiara in his head, I'm like, bruh, kill all of them. Like that's what it was. Like
people look at the pretty boy and see Martha and see the pretty boy, don't realize that he is a vicious warlord.
Yeah,
Martha's a vicious warlord.
Now, I will say this though, like in the anime, they made it seem like bruh, he didn't want to do all that stuff, but they left him no choice. And what they did to him, them barbarians had it coming, dude.
Wasn't no coming back from that.
Yeah, after what they did, I'm like, bruh. Like I said, I was sitting there at home watching that. Kill all of them. They deserve that work. Get all of them. Give them all that work.
Leave not one alive.
Yeah, and we never got the end of it. It was just 3 episodes. We never got the end. I'm like,
but
I need more.
Between that and if Nintendo does the one thing I've been saying they should do, and that's just put their music on a streaming service that is connected to their platforms. Just your own thing. Bring back Miiverse and put up a Nintendo Music app on your stuff that lets you just stream the songs from whatever game that you guys own. Just do that.
Yeah. And Paz, thank you, because I am sick and tired of the Star Fox anime showing up in my damn YouTube feed every damn one. But the Kid Icarus ones were good too. Like the Kid Icarus ones they had on the 3DS, especially with the 3D, bruh. The 3D was popping in them. But I'm sitting here like, bro, what? But there was like I know Production IG and Shaft did it as a favor to Miyamoto, and I'm like,
as a favor.
I'm like, bro, can y'all give me more? Like, so yeah, they would. Paz, you are absolutely correct.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, they would make bank, especially off Star Fox. You make that Star Fox a 13 episode season 1. I promise you, people gonna watch that.
Trinell, come on now. We all know what questionable means is. She was doing the Legend of Zelda 2 recruitment.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come in here. I got something special for you.
Yeah, we all know what she was doing, man. But yeah, I remember seeing that. And I was just like, dude, why don't they do more of this? And then, like I said, with the Star Fox one, like that was just greatness.
It was beautiful. And
15 minutes of greatness.
All they had to do was just make a season, just one season, just one.
And like the Kid Icarus stuff, yeah, they were shorts, but they were actually good. Like the Production IG one was good, but Studio 4 Degrees, that one that was just 4 minutes, that one was real good because they had Chris Summer in there reprising Medusa, and I'm like, cool. And then the one with Shaft where Palutena just can't cook, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I even like the little Pikmin ones that they did, the horror one. Little horror
Pikmin shorts.
Yeah, dude, those were actually nice. Animal Crossing would actually be funny if they made it like a slice of life comedy. That would be funny.
You know what would be more interesting for Animal Crossing, and this is not to take away from the idea of them doing a show for it, but and people might think I'm weird for it, but do a Telltale Games type game for Animal Crossing. But make it completely first person. And you have to make the decisions that the main character does, and then that affects how the story plays out.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, that actually be
like, you get a neighbor asks you to do something, you say you're going to do it, but then not do it, and then see the results afterwards when you do it. And like just little things would be interesting. Just for them to do that. Because there's so many ways it could go.
Just let Telltale do it?
Yeah, well, at this point, it'd be Skybound Entertainment.
Skybound is what they renamed themselves,
yeah. Well, they didn't rename themselves, they were bought out. Because they were going under, remember?
Oh, yeah, they were. Oh yeah.
So Skybound would have to pay for it, but I'm pretty sure that they'd be if you make it if they made it which one was the one you married? New Leaf?
I think New Leaf, yeah.
If they based it off of New Leaf, where you were the mayor making the decisions for the town, but you had Tom Nook behind you, like, where my money? Where my bells?
Where my money, man? Where my money? Where my money, man?
Don't make me send my sons after you.
Look, all I want in the next Smash Bros. Game is to give me back Subspace Emissary so I can have my Isabel and Doom guy level.
Not happening, sir. It's not happening.
I just want my Isabel Doom guy level in the next Subspace
listen, Microsoft is buddy with Nintendo. It might happen.
And remember, before then, they were up for the idea.
Doom
when they saw the artwork, they were like, dude, we down. We'll do the crossover. That ain't a problem.
Right.
So that's why I was like, bro, they should do that. I mean, it'll be funny because you just tackle it from a comedic standpoint. I would never make it like serious. But just from a comedic standpoint, and just let Isabel talk, give her a voice actress, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it'll work.
Have her say rip and tear and just.
I think Nintendo has a lot on their hands. I think their biggest thing is like, where can we put it where it makes sense?
So Space Emissary.
That's what people to purchase.
But I'm saying, that's the easiest thing to do because since Smash Brothers is typically based. Look, Smash Brothers is Nintendo's Toy Story, right?
It really is.
It really is. So
yeah,
bro, that's where I would put it. I would put all my crazy crossover ideas, like, because look, everybody loved that Lil Mac Samus meme. That joke was hilarious. And the thousands of cartoons that people drawing up after that. I'm like, bro, y'all taking this way too far. Like, so I mean, that's where I would do my crossovers at, to be honest.
Right.
I just make a Subspace Emissary too, even if it's just a standalone game. And that's how I do my crossovers.
Ooh, what if that is the next Smash? The standalone.
Bruh. I said they should have been doing that. A side scrolling beat 'em up with all Nintendo characters.
Ooh.
And we already got Amiibo, so that's how you can like save your skill list and all that stuff. Make it an action RPG, but you have to use your Amiibo or your cards or whatever to like save your when you change up your loadout.
You trying to piss people off
all the way off.
No, because here's my thing, right? And not to get on this whole tangent of Smash Brothers, but with Amiibo, I was slightly disappointed when I understood or found out their functionality within Smash. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was going to be more on the lines of like a memory card situation. Like, hey, look, I train them up, everything good. Let me put it on this Amiibo. So wherever I go, mine is trained up, decked out. So when I tap it on this NFC, we getting busy. Like but it wasn't like that. And I was
it wasn't like that. Yeah, they changed it up a little bit. Yeah, but I'm saying, but it can be like that if they wanted to do it because
it could.
The way Amiibo work, I'm like, dude, they can do whatever they want to with it.
There you go.
And I still got a bunch of mine, so I'm like, bro, hey, to me that's the easiest way to do it. Just do a standalone or whatever, and that's how you do crossovers. Because trust me, a lot of these third-party people, they would love to get a cut of this Amiibo 100%. Money.
So, question. Now I just thought about this. Do they handle it the way that shooters are handling their games now? To where you can opt to buy the single player or you can get the multiplayer. But if you want both, we can sell you both, but you don't have to buy both.
It depends on how big it is.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would do that, depending on how big it is. Because if it's Smash Bros. Is a party game. Don't let anybody try to tell you otherwise. It's a party game. It's not meant to be. If you want to make it competitive, hey, do that. But
you can.
That's not. It's
make anything competitive.
Yeah, its function is a party game. Like you put this on, we got a whole bunch of people at the house.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, that's what it is. So, I wouldn't mind it. And if it's like ridiculously big, then yeah, because that way the fight competition people, if they want to do their thing, hey, y'all do that. Y'all stay over there. Y'all stay over there. The couch co-op people will be all over here having fun doing our own thing. Y'all do that online thing over there. You know, if that's the case. But yeah, I would love for them to, do that. And Paz, I would love to see a Punch Out game come back too.
I mean, look, you got at the moment you got Thunder Ray.
Yeah, Thunder Ray. And
but they need to do more with that. They really do.
I mean, they did make DLC for it, didn't they?
Did they?
I heard something about that. I don't know if it's.
I think I actually downloaded it. I don't remember.
See, you see how it came and went.
They had a whole section of they have a whole
it's from
other set of rounds.
It's from Thunderful, so yeah.
Thunderful, Thunder Ray, Thunderful.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I caught it on sale, so that's probably why I ended up with it. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, people, that's gonna be it for this episode of the Wingin It podcast. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We appreciate you as always. Jack, anything you want to pimp out?
The music. Really going the route. I would say this is more, I guess you could say, suited for this channel, because we're going the video game / anime route with this next one. So, I've reached out to some of the people I already know, but then as you all saw, for those of you that follow on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, just kind of doing like a wide call out, because I know there's a lot of like anime and game centric artists out there. So if you know anybody, send them my way, whether it's singing, rapping, whatever the case may be, we'll make it work. And then I put up the songs that I'm centered around. So is Mystical Ninja, Spider-Man, Mortal Kombat, Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and I believe there is another one. I'm blanking on it right now, but I know it's like 7 in total. But I might drop it down to 6. It just depends on how I feel. But all in all, I mean, whether it's a person that makes beats, because even though I have tons, I mean, I'm always willing to work with somebody else, because Sandstorm made the one I put up for the Mystical Ninja one. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a release date for it, because this will be my first time working with people in general. Usually I do everything myself, and all the characters that you hear, I usually voice everybody myself. But going this route was a first after working with VG Mobster. So I just decided to do it. Maybe like I said, 6 or 7 songs, and like I said, it should be out this year. There's a lot of stuff going on the personal side, but I'm gonna try to get it out before that kicks off. But yeah, just definitely be on the lookout, and then send people my way.
All right, we'll do. All right, Andre.
I mean, I don't have anything all that spectacular on my channel as of right now, but I do plan on doing 30 FPS versus 60 FPS discussion because of people losing their minds over it. But I did have 2 videos go up for Silent Play Sunday today. One is for Chaos Head Noah, which actually had a really good anime to it. And I didn't even realize it was a visual novel game until I ended up with it. And then I did a story playthrough for Tournament Fighters on SNES through the Cowabunga collection. Ran through it with Donatello real quick.
I suck at Tournament Fighters. I've just been playing the arcade games.
I made the whole run in the story mode without losing to continue.
I didn't make it past 1.
Oh man,
goals. Yeah. So if you check the channel yesterday, I put up a live stream for Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, as well as Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So please check that out as part of my Switch anniversary videos. I'm gonna try to do No More Heroes and Bayonetta this week. That's the plan this week. I'm not saying I'm gonna be able to do it. Hopefully nothing in my personal life happens with the work and stuff, because last time I was supposed to do some stuff, I had to change some stuff for work, so I couldn't do the streaming. So I'm hoping this week be a little bit smoother and allows me to do that. Also did a fresh take with Vicky this morning for Halo Season 2, Episode 7, Thermopylae. Check that out. Halo Season 2 has actually been pretty good. Season 1 was all over the place, but this season has felt more focused. It's not bad as a sci-fi show. If you are a fan of looking into the lore of Halo, you probably should stay away from this if you can't separate the two. But if you just want to see like some good sci-fi stuff, it's not bad, to be honest. It's actually interesting. So give that a watch. Don't forget X-Men next Wednesday, March 20th, X-Men 97. I'm also adding that X-Men part of Ultimate Marvel Alliance because I have to, because it's X-Men and it's the animated series. And Rogue does an RKO on the Sentinel. Yes, I'm going to be watching this. When they showed that clip, I had to watch. So now I have to watch. So that's Wednesday, though. It's supposed to be a 2-episode premiere. Can we stop with the 2-3 episode premieres? You only got 10 episodes. Can we please stop doing that?
That's very stupid.
Yeah, either drop the whole thing or don't drop the whole thing, or just give us week by week. I'll stop.
It is also because it is old school X-Men, which is why they're doing it.
Yeah,
but I really hope that the highlights that they showed are not the only highlights.
I don't think it is, because from what I understand, the people that got to see the first 3 episodes, they're like, that's a small fraction of what happened. I'm like, good.
But you could also say that about Castlevania Nocturne, and then it takes a turn for the worse after that.
Man, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that one, dude.
I'm just saying.
Don't get me started on that.
I'm just saying. Look, you got to consider who's writing.
That's true. That is true. So, I mean, and there have been some stuff, but I am looking forward to it just because I like the series, and I'm pretty sure most people are going to call it woke, and I'm going to laugh because they clearly didn't watch it.
Technically, it always was, but for different
by their definition of the term, it's always been woke. So I'm just going to laugh from a good, healthy place when they say that. So
as long as they stay as true to the characters as possible, I won't care.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
My problem is when they start off looking like they're going to be true to the characters, then they just veer way off, and it's like, why?
Like, why'd you do that? Iceman, I'm looking at you. So, so that's gonna do it for this episode. Like I said, thank you guys in the chat. We really do appreciate you. We'll be here next week, same time, same channel. So, peace out, people.
Peace.
Peace.